be a real informal day, for real. I really had a nice little show for y'all that I wanted. As y'all see, I got the workbooks and everything ready for y'all, but it's all right. Pretty much what I wanted to do is pretty much offer a workshop on behalf of an organization that me and these young men started up. These young men, y'all come on up here, come on, man. We're not gonna do it that way. We're gonna come on and do it right. I was gonna give y'all the whole scoop on how the nonprofit got started and how we became founders of this organization and then kind of how we got to the point where we're at today. March 2026 is when we officially started the Enlightened Stars. We brought in about 30 guys, 40 guys into a Discord, which is a platform that's online where these young men are always at playing games. So I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna be able to get them to sit in the, I ain't gonna be able to get them to sit in the classroom, right? So let me link up where they at. So I ended up linking up where they was at and they was like, yeah, I'll come through, and they heard what I said, and from there they was pretty excited. Pretty much after we had established that we was gonna do this and that they was gonna be pretty much the innovators of what this looked like, because again, just so y'all know, a nonprofit is something that you cannot own.
I started to kind of refine what I was already doing. And instead of him coming in and saying, let me control what you're doing, he said, let me help you do it, and let me offer support as you need. And I said, I think that ended up being the most ironic part of the story, because in the Enlightened Stars, that's the whole foundation of the organization. Because before it was just a me and Dave thing, you know what I mean? Or it had just been a one-on-one thing. But now, the beauty of it is that we are able to say we have, done everything we needed to do and done our due diligence to start an organization that can live beyond us.
Yeah, we're from Detroit. We were the first cohort that Dave came in and mentored us, and he has been huge help with getting my business, not just from like an idea, but something that I can actually see, out there, right? Because I think that's a huge leap from ideation to actually going out there and doing it. So he really helped me getting a website started, something I didn't really think that I could do as easily as he showed me. He said, give me an hour, and now I can have your website up. We did that in an hour.
Man, my goal as an educator is never to lecture or talk to you or talk at you. My goal is for us to build in community together, because I don't have all the knowledge, but we all come together with our knowledge. We can really cultivate something dope, right? So that's what this workshop was supposed to be. And the more minds that was in here, the more opportunity we would have had. But we got great minds still in here that we still can cultivate some dope things with. So if y'all can look at y'all notebook, pretty much the flow of it was a little introductory section, which you guys can see pretty much tells you pretty much why we here. So if y'all look at the first page, y'all kind of understand some of that background of what we just talked about. On the other side, it says the mission statement, which I'm gonna have Bashir go ahead and give his best try. So that's the part of the system that's most vital. In order for the system to grow and evolve, it has to be feedback, or the system just redundantly do the same thing over and over again. Does that make sense, or does that correlate to y'all? Does that make sense to y'all? So I wanted y'all to kind of understand what systems is before we dive into the activity. So now we're gonna go ahead and dive into the activity, where we're gonna kind of start breaking into groups. So the first thing is really, before we start on anything, we gotta know who's in our circle. When we go out into these systems and educational systems, finance, we need to know who's in our circle, because we never know what skills they got, what type of experience they got, what type of networks they got. So what I'm asking y'all to do right now is actually sit in the circle and start to exchange that. So y'all can start by just writing y'all information first, but then I want y'all to have a discussion and share y'all name, one role you play in the village, one thing you care about protecting or improving, and one thing you hope to understand from today's lesson. We had a great event, and I want to give a huge shout out to all of our partners that came and showed out. We had Iota with This Good Looks, who handled our media. We had John Malone Jr. with Malone Digital, that was holding down our AV system. We have Funding Monday, which is doing our marketing. And we have Calltech, that pretty much brought our products to life. This product, the website, and also the forums that was here today, I want to give a huge shout out to all of those partners who support it. And I also want to give a huge shout out to our sponsors. So Inherited Innovation contributed to making this happen, as well as David Malone Sr. Vineyard. So definitely want to give them a huge shout out for supporting us financially, but also investing into the vision that we all have, and looking forward to having many more in the future. So check us out. For more details, we'll be posting more community day event where we expect to have community fairs. We expect to have job fairs. We expect to have festivals, and we expect to do more workshops. So keep an eye out on our social media. If y'all have any questions or if y'all have any feedback, please look at our website, theenlightenedstars.org, to provide inquiries and details. If you want to partner, volunteer, invest, or just be a part of the workshops, feel free to look at that website and comment and give feedback. But outside of that, we're looking forward to seeing you guys in the future. See you guys later.